I personally think this is a Marmite gun. You're either gonna love it or hate it. Hi guys, this is RACKNLOAD and this is the Hatsan Galation. Love it or hate it. I kind of like it. In fact, I wouldn't go as far as love it, but it's pretty good. I was quite impressed with it. At first, when you first look at one of these things, you think, is it a shotgun? Is it an air rifle? But it's a pretty cool PCP air rifle. In my opinion, you might hate it. There are quite a few variants of this gun. I'll just show you, and I'll give you the full specs as well. Well, first of all, I'll read out the full specs. So, what's one of these going to cost you? Before we go into like major detail in the RACKNLOAD style as ever, it's going to cost you between £500 and £600 here in the UK. It's a side lever, synthetic. Full length of it is 1100 millimeters or 43.3 inches. The barrel length is 450 millimeters or 17.7 inches. The weight is 4.1 kilos or 9 pounds. Okay, quattro trigger on it. I'll go into more detail in a minute, but this is the Hatsan Galation 3 carbine. That's the model, and I'll show you what else they do. Okay, well that's the one we're looking at. I've just read all that to you more or less. Do wooden versions, wooden stock versions. I like them. At first, when I first seen them, I was like, I didn't know whether to sort of smile or vomit, to be honest. But this one is pretty cool, But yeah, I'm not sure about the wooden ones myself. I don't know. I'll let you guys decide. But I like this black one, this full synthetic one. It is pretty cool. Now, right, where do we begin with this thing? Let's talk about the magazines then first. Well, they're full metal magazines. My camera will just focus. And what holds the pellet in is this sort of double rubber band thing there. You can see it. That's basically what holds the pellet in. Okay, you get 2 of these magazines and you've got a handy storage area for one right there, but I'll show you that in a minute. So, magazines, by the way, 14 shot, okay? Right, let's take this from the top then. Let's spin it round and take a look from the stock end. So, fully synthetic, sort of rubber coated stock, which is really nice. I'm quite impressed with this stock. It feels good. It doesn't feel cheap or nasty in any way. It feels alright. Fully ambidextrous stock and fully adjustable stock. So you see you've got these sort of screws here and here that adjusts everything. I'll just show you. Just get the Leatherman shotgun pump, or shotgunner's Leatherman pump. Pretty cool tool to have if you're into your shooting. So you just undo these a little bit. Okay, and this will adjust your length pull, like so. So you've got quite a bit of adjustment before it sort of comes out, but I'll show you that while it's out. Not only that, you can adjust the butt pad as well, or recoil pad, whatever you want to call it, with an Allen key. Don't happen to have one with me right now, but that just basically goes up and down. So you've got a full adjustment there, the length of pull. Let's just do them up. And then you can adjust the comb as well by cracking those screws there. So then you've got quite a bit of adjustment again before it comes out. Just show you that. all sort of tough ABS polymer, plastic, whatever you want to call it. So you've got plenty of adjustment there. So this gun is going to fit most shooters. Well, the majority of shooters, especially with it being ambidextrous. So the actual butt pad itself is fairly hard rubber. It's fairly grippy and it'll stay in the shoulder quite nicely. And then an added bonus with this gun is you've got sling swivels, which is pretty cool. So you can basically just bang a sling straight on this gun, and obviously you've got one the other end as well. And then this here is where you keep your spare magazine, which is a nice feature. Literally, it's just like a recess there, and the mags just pop in. And I haven't had one drop out on me through testing this rifle. And then moving along, then you've got the thumb hole and the pistol grip. Really comfortable rifle to shoot. And then let's go along to the forend. There is checkering, by the way, on pistol grip. I don't even know whether I mentioned that, but yeah, it's there. And it's not bad either for a synthetic. And then the forend, loads of forend on this gun, and it feels really nice. Really nice, really comfortable. Again, it's that same rubberized sort of, I don't know what you call it, bit similar to the like the BSAs, for instance, where they've got like that rubbery touch synthetic stocks. It's that sort of feel to it. And then here's your other sling swivel, and then you've got 3 picatinny rails. Okay, one either side, one on the bottom. They are plastic, they are sort of synthetic, they're not metal, but they're alright. You'll be able to attach a laser or a light or whatever you want, or a bipod on the bottom. I'd probably recommend a little bipod, because it's not the lightest of guns, this isn't. But that is a good feature. Gives it that tactical look as well. Now, before we go any further, let's talk about accuracy. Now, this thing is a little bit pellet fussy. My usual test ammo is RWS Superdomes. I've watched and read in a few YouTube videos on other channels and read in magazines that RWS Superdomes, a little bit iffy in this gun. This gun particularly weren't too bad with them. I found loading it a little bit notchy with them for some reason. Like I said, a lot of other reviews and stuff that I've seen on this gun, the reviewers have said they don't cycle at all. Well, they do cycle. They were cycling with me with this particular gun. But I found the best pellets to use are either Accupels, get them the right way around, Webley Accupels, they were pretty good, and H&M Sport Field Target Trophy, again, pretty good. The results I've got with them are here. This is at 30 yards. Now I know I'm not the greatest of shooters, but I was happy with this. First of all, the Accupel, 3 shots in each target. Yeah, I was happy with that. And then H&M Field Target Trophy, not bad. The odd flyer. I'm sure you guys can do way better, but I was happy with that anyway. So accuracy is pretty good, pretty good. By the way, the scope I'm using on this rifle is a Edgar Brothers Optimate, a fairly budget scope. Not bad at all, to be honest. This one's 3-18 x 50 AOE, so it's got a good zoom on it. it's not a bad scope actually. I'll just show you the box quickly. Pretty cool scopes, you know, nothing special, but good enough for a rifle like this. I was getting half decent results like what I've showed you with those targets. Okay then, so moving along the rest of the gun then. This is where it kind of reminds you, or makes you think, shotgun. Just the shape of it and the way the trigger is. It reminds me, to be honest, of a Mossberg 500. Don't know why, just the shape of it just reminds me of a Mossberg 500. So it's all sort of aircraft aluminium. The action is fairly nice. You've got Hatsan's logo on that side as well, and sort of the decals there. Really quite nice. Plenty of rail there to mount your scope, and it's like a Picatinny style rail, so you can get your sort of tactical mounts on there if need be. But it's not bad at all. The looks of this gun, in my opinion, you might hate it. If you hate it that much, you probably haven't got this far through the video, to be honest. So that's the action. Loading this gun, as you can see, obviously it is a side lever. Pull the lever all the way back, and that engages the safety catch like that. And the good thing about this gun as well is it's got an anti-double feed feature, so you cannot double feed this rifle, i.e. put 2 pellets in. It just won't do it, which is a great feature. So while we've got it cocked like that, I'll just show you the actual cocking handle. Not bad at all, nice and chunky. A lot chunkier than what you see on higher end air rifles or PCPs of this type. It feels really sort of solid and robust, as though it'll sort of take some punishment and, you know, some hard fast reloading. Didn't really do it myself, but I think you could give that a bit of punishment. Now to load it, obviously, like I said, cock it all the way back like that. This button here is your mag retainer, whatever you want to call it. So make sure that's open. Obviously fill your mag up with pellets, and then drop your mag in like so. Push that back, and then close your lever, and then take your shot every time you want to reload. You get the idea. Now, while we've got it cocked, let's talk about the trigger. I'll give it a little bit of a pull as well with the trigger pull gauge. It is adjustable, which is good. I found straight out of the box it was a little heavy. I mean, let's give it a pull. Okay, there are no pellets in this magazine. It's in a safe direction. So let's just give it a pull. Heavy, real heavy. Let's do that again. Let's just cock it again. Try and get a more of an accurate pull this time. Okay, that one will probably be a bit more better. 9 pounds, 4.5 ounces. Should we give it another one just for good measure? Yeah, let's just say 9 pounds there. So fairly heavy. I haven't really messed with the trigger. That's straight out of the box, you know. Just gives you an idea of what it's like out of the box. I haven't sort of adjusted it to its either extreme, so you know, that's out of the box. A little heavy out of the box though, to be honest. The trigger guard is fully synthetic as well, so that is all plastic or hard polymer. Again, some people might like that, they might hate it. It's pretty cool. I've never had a problem with polymer trigger guards, to be honest. And it's going to sort of shave off a little bit of weight. But when we get to the safety catch, oh, guys, I've got to tell you, the safety catch is nasty. Nasty. It's just horrible. It's like a... Well, it's ambidextrous, which I suppose is good. But it's this metal thing that is really, I don't know, uncomfortable. Not very nice to use. I mean, it's positive-ish. But it just feels horrible. Why they didn't just put a crossbolt safety there? You know, they've got room for it. But instead they just fit this horrible metal thing. It's just horrible. So that is the one thing I do not like about this rifle. But anyway, you can't have everything. Now the barrel is fully shrouded and it is fully silenced as well. You've got an integrated silencer there, all built in, so which is an added bonus. Obviously a rifled steel barrel. And the silencer is quite effective. This gun is not very noisy at all. The only thing I noticed with it was like the clunk of the action working when you pulled the trigger, rather than sort of any crack or anything out of the muzzle. It was just all sort of, you know, clanking of mechanical bits that I could hear. But no, pretty quiet, to be fair. Now just moving along to the end of the air reservoir or air cylinder, whatever you want to call it. This is your filler area here, and you've got like this sliding or rotating cover there to keep any crap or rubbish out of your filler area. So that's pretty cool. And then your air gauge is there, as I'll always say, in the wrong place, where you've got to look down the muzzle to see how much air you've got in it. Really do hate that, but let's not go into that. But that's your air cylinder as well. Now, talking of the air cylinder or the air reservoir, whatever you want to call it, let's talk about shots per fill. Right, let me just refer to my brain, because I can't sort of, my brain being this air gun manual. 177, you'll get around 80 shots per fill, 80 full power shots. 22 or 22, 70 shots per fill. This is available in 25 as well, 0.25, and you'll get about 60 shots in that calibre. So about average as far as PCP rifles go, as far as shots per count are concerned. Now you do get a pretty cool carry case with this rifle, which is not bad at all. It's not amazing, but it's not bad, to be honest. And that will keep your gun nice and protected in there. It's not a bad case, it really isn't. And it's an added bonus when it sort of does come with the gun itself. So what else do you get in the box with this rifle? Well, you get the rifle itself, you don't get a scope with it. But you get 2 magazines, which is really cool. You get a sling. I won't take that one out the wrapper because this gun is on loan, but you get a pretty cool sling, which is nice. And I do like this as well. You don't see this on many rifles, but you get a trigger lock, albeit a polymer one, but I think that is a real good idea. Really good idea. So that is cool. Absolute thumbs up, Hatsan, supplying the trigger guard. Really do like that. You get your Allen key to adjust the trigger, and then obviously you get all your filler bits and pieces, and you are actually supplied with spare O-rings, which is nice, and seals. There's your actual filler nozzle, spare seals again, and you've also got this thing here which allows you to basically empty the cylinder on the rifle. So say if you was taking this rifle abroad or something, you was travelling on a plane with it and you needed to empty it, rather than just keep shooting it until it's empty, you can actually release all the air in this with this tool. Not tried it, I'm not going to try it either. Well, that is cool. I do like that feature. That is the Allen key, by the way, for the butt pad adjustment. I didn't notice it, but there it is, it's supplied with it, so that is cool. Now the manual really is not that bad at all. Obviously it's the same for all the Galation series, and it's really not bad. Obviously gives you all the safety do's and don'ts, tells you about that nasty safety catch, basic parts of your gun, all the specs, and then tells you how to adjust your trigger, adjust your sights. This one was not supplied with the sights. Depends where you are in the world whether you're supplied with sights or not. And then tells you obviously how to load the rifle, how to load the magazines. Loads of information. How to adjust the stock. So that is a real nice manual. Tells you everything you need to know. So that is your rack and load review of the Hatsan Galation 3 carbine PCP air rifle. Like I said at the start of the video, bit of a Marmite gun. You're either going to love it or hate it. I like it. I won't say love it. I like it. No, it's been alright, this has. I've quite enjoyed using this rifle. Big wins for me are the big cocking handle. I do like that on a PCP, a multi-shot PCP. You know, glove friendly. Hate the blooming safety catch. Love the fully ambidextrous, fully adjustable synthetic thumbhole stock. But yeah, it's not bad, guys. It's not bad. Like I said, many variations available with different woodwork, you know, different metal work. But I think this looks cool in the all black, fully synthetic. Anyway, guys, as ever, thanks for watching. That's your rack and load review. See ya.